Hello, my name is Zack. I am the concierge for expert programs at sdnpros and would like to welcome you to the ACE Expert Certification Program. Today I will talk about the first certification in the expert journey, ACE Level 6. I'm not going to try to take up too much of your time, just going to try to explain out details of the program, where I'm at in the program to help you along, and how we differ from what's out there in the market today. When creating the Arista Expert Certification Program, Arista took a step back and looked at the market. They wanted to change things and think differently from what has been the standard for years. They wanted the exams to really show that the engineers understood the technology and what was being used in the products, not just ancient and obscure CLI commands that they would never see again. For the engineers coming in and taking the expert level examinations, they wanted it to reflect their skills and respect the time that they spent working, not just reading. Okay, now we'll talk about our approach. This approach consists of two expert level certifications, level 6 and level 7. Engineers begin the journey with ACE level 6. The ACE level 6 is a practical design and review board. And unlike ACE level 1 through 5 lab-based exams, this exam does not require a lab configuration. It covers all the architectures taught through ACE level 1 through 5, including leaf spine, data center, campus, service provider connectivity, automation, and management. Although there are no prerequisites to take the exam, engineers are encouraged to carefully review the course details in ACE level 3 through 5 to ensure they understand the differences in our approaches on best practices with core, data center, campus, service provider, and automation concepts. If they are coming from other vendor expert programs, this is really big because you need to come in and understand how Arista does things differently. Let's take a look at the program timeline and response submission process. Unlike other exams, this exam takes place over 60 days and we require the candidate to meet key milestones during the process. With saying this and you seeing that it's not a traditional exam, day one is when the program timeline begins. So it's 60 days from the point of when you receive an email from your concierge with the RFP. While going through this process, there's only key dates that we will need you to give us from where you are available. All the other time, it's stuff that you're doing on your own time. So if you have a really long day one day and you have some extra time the next day, this is a huge advantage for, the flexibility in the market to be, we know you're working full-time jobs, you have families, everything else. This gives you the flexibility you need while still going after a high-level certification. Now, by day 14, using the scenario, candidates then have the 14-day mark in which to submit any follow-up questions to the RFP. The RFP purposely excludes important information necessary to design a solution for the customer. Candidates are expected to request this additional information just as they would in the real-world situation. You will be submitting those questions in to your concierge, who will then send over the additional information. By day 28, using the RFP and the additional information received from the follow-up questions, all candidates need to have a final design submitted. Keeping in mind that the goal is to completely satisfy the RFP's requirements while demonstrating mastery of the included technologies. Candidates are strongly encouraged to compare solutions to the proposed requirements in their submissions, but diagrams only need to be submitted in the final design for the chosen solution. We will then submit that solution to the Arista training team, who will review it, and by day 49, if the submission was deemed satisfactory, then the candidate will be invited to present the solution to an expert review panel and answer questions. The grading is based on three main criteria: the initial questions to clarify the RFP information, the RFP response itself, and finally the review board presentation. Which brings us to the last step of the process. This is an expert level exam. It's not designed to be easy. It's designed to test the best engineers and their knowledge of Arista, its products, and recommended practices. The results will either be a pass or fail. And when I know, I will be reaching out immediately with an email and phone call to let you know. And that might be well before the day 60 mark. So as soon as I know, I'll reach out. Candidates that fail, they will be able to resit the exam, but there will be no proctor session like there is through ACE level 1 through 5. That concludes the process for level 6 ACE certification. If you have any more questions, please feel free to visit sdn-pros.com. You'll find every slide that I have on here on the website, easily broken down, explaining out. You can also feel free to reach out to me or anybody on the team. The email is experts@sdn-pros.com. You can also find me, Zack, on LinkedIn. Very easily, it's Zachary Jenkins. I'll be the first one to pop up on for SDN Pros. I also recommend visiting the website for frequently asked questions, and you can also find some more details about the exam's response. And I'll leave all these links below, and I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you for your time.